How you
Hey
guys
there.
doing, Doug, Mike, Aiden, Alec, Brian, Ben? How you guys doing?
Good.
Awesome. I'm stuck in an airport lounge today, and Jannery is going to take over here in a minute. But in the meantime, do you guys have any wins to share?
I got some wins.
Awesome. Let's hear it.
I'm on a hot streak. Uh, definitely on a hot streak. I think
You are definitely on a hot streak.
I am on a hot streak. I've got I'm working on 10 new sites for different customers that I've closed in the last 2.5 weeks. I closed 4 of them yesterday. And sending out an invoice
Wow,
after this. Yeah.
that's awesome. Well, you and I spoke last week, Thursday night at the Internet Marketing Party, and we were
I've
talking
closed
about MRR, and here you are stacking it.
I closed 4 more. Yeah,
More,
yesterday.
man, that's awesome. What's your average sale?
The ones yesterday are so all over the place. The ones yesterday, there's two of them I'm white labeling for another agency that I got connected with. So I'm doing like content and backlinks. And then one of them is this brand new business and they have like a super low budget, but the scope's really small. I'm doing like a homepage and like titles and meta descriptions. And then the other one is a full site rebuild. So they're sending me $3,000 to redo 10 pages on WordPress. And then we're going to transfer that to an ongoing SEO, probably around $1,500 a month or so.
Nice, man. Nice. So I'm excited to see you stacking those numbers. Yeah, after our conversation, like what, 4 days ago, 5 days ago, or something like that, and here you are, just like rocking. I love it.
Yeah, things are moving. A little bit stressful,
Well,
but
that's
in a
how
good
we,
way.
yeah, that's how we win, right?
Yeah.
Stress the system, push the boundaries.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Who else has got something going on?
Yeah, so I'll go. I closed on the workers' compensation lead gen site yesterday. And I already have Monic's team working on SEO and improved conversion rate optimization. So things will start dropping in the next week already. So yeah, looking forward. The guy sold everything wholesale. I've brought on 15 attorneys so far, got another 10 on board for where we have leads right now. And we'll be doubling, our sales, quadrupling our sales. It's going to be a nice little business.
Man, that's awesome. That's so good. Yeah, I'm super stoked to hear that, Doug. I know that's a big deal for you to be able to pull some organic that way. And
Yeah, everything is organic, so I'm used to paying $100 to $120 a lead. These are all quote unquote free.
right.
So,
Yeah, it'll pay for itself over time. I mean, that's a huge asset for you.
yeah.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Who else has got something going on? Sounds like that's it. Dead air. Aiden, what have you been doing?
Oh, hello, how are you?
Great.
Good. Well, I finished college a couple months ago and did some traveling. And you don't hear from me a lot on these calls because I'm more the shy one. But I'm also kind of a beginner. So I'm honestly like really looking forward to this Jannery's talk because I've been just kind of spinning in circles and a lot of it's on me. I haven't like taken enough concrete action, but I'm just like trying to figure out since I'm just starting out, even though I've been on the LeadSnap calls week after week, like how to go about prospecting. I mean, cold calling for me, I'm a little nervous to do that, but I get so many different ideas from other people. I don't know, like I get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
it's
like,
mostly reps, I can tell you from experience,
yeah,
You just take those reps. So take in all the information you can and just start getting those reps. All right,
Yeah.
well, with that
So-
said, I guess we can kind of move into Jannery's presentation. Do you have slides, Jannery?
Yeah, I have a few slides. I'm gonna go live on Alignable, and I think it's more
Okay.
valuable for you as well. But I have a few slides. Yeah.
All right, I'll have to make you co-host here. Yeah, there we go. And then you'll be able to share. And so most of you on the call know Jannery. She's been in the lead gen world for years and years and has built a business and been in our community and been a huge supporter of Patrick and I along the way, and has just grown so much on a personal and professional level. So we always enjoy her participation, coming on the calls and adding value every chance she gets. And so Patrick's laid over in, I think, Dallas right now, and I'm in Phoenix waiting for my flight. So we're a little bit discombobulated, and Jannery was gracious enough to step in and share some of her magic with Alignable, because I think she's having a lot of success with that. And I think this is kind of a hands-off prospecting method where, or at least, face out of the spotlight prospecting method, where you can get, some of those reps in and get some attention on what your offer is, and then drive them into a phone call. So I'm going to let Jannery take it over. And if you need anything, Jannery, let me know. I'll be here. And yeah, other than that, welcome Jannery to the call.
Sounds good. Thank you, Jeff, for the introduction. Hey, everybody. As Jeff mentioned, I've been focusing on Alignable for the past few months. I had joined Alignable back in 2019, I believe, and I didn't know what it was all about. And they have changed so many things and added so many features to it. So I want to just show you guys kind of like what is Alignable today and how you guys can prospect and grow your agency. Now I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Let's see, hopefully it's, let's see here. Share my screen.
Yep, it's
Okay.
coming up. Oh, there we go.
See it?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so Alignable is a powerful kind of secret little platform that so many agencies can actually really leverage. We know that, Facebook is great and LinkedIn is another platform and whatnot, but the difference between Alignable and all these other platforms is that every single person or business on Alignable is looking for leads. Everybody. It's a referral network. That's what this is all about. So what is Alignable? Like I said, it's a referral network for small business owners. So everybody in there owns their business, and there's every kind of industry you can think of. It's free to sign up. They also have membership, $30 a month, and you just get more connections, more visibility, and more features on your profile. And I can show you guys that. And then the next one up top of that would be $90 a month, and you get 120 connections. So, and again, I'll show you guys how the connection works and how the platform works. But it's a really good platform where you can refer business to each other, you can share resources, and you can learn overall, not only of like about other businesses, but also your own industry. So there's other marketers in there as well. And let me tell you why Alignable is the bomb.com is what I would say. One, there's 8 million business owners. So that's a lot of business owners. Not only 8 million business owners that are just business owners, but looking and raising their hand, I need help to get more leads. I need more business. You can connect with a lot of other local businesses. So aside from reaching like people throughout the nation in the groups, you can also connect in your local market. How many of us have clients in our own city, or even prospect in our own city, in our own backyard? So as soon as you get up a Alignable account, what happens is they'll automatically put you in your local community. And now you're going to have a warmer market where you can build trust, and it's going to be an easier sale. You can generate leads and referrals, like I mentioned. That's what the platform is all about. You can learn about other products and services, and then you can get advice as well. So like I said, peers that are other marketers, or you can give a lot of advice, because I feel like what I've learned is a lot of marketing agencies are on the platform, but they don't have the knowledge and education that Patrick and Jeff has shared with us in this group. And you'll be very, very surprised. Very spammy a lot of times. You'll see what I'm talking about once you get on it. And you can obviously market to a lot of different businesses. So there's 3 prospecting strategies. that I feel work. There's tons of other ways you can use it. You can use your imagination. Your wheels might start turning as I share with you these things. But the number one you can do strategy is you can use the heat map. So I'm not going to show you exactly how to do it because I don't have a dummy account, but here's the steps. You can just run the GBP heat map. Let's just say it's a plumber. Go in there and then get the report of all the competitors, right? Then you can choose the ideal business, whoever it is that you're trying to target, 10 business owners, whatnot. Now you take that business and you can search them on Alignable and connect with them. Okay, and again, I'm going to show you shortly on how you can find businesses and connect with them. Really, really powerful that you can really use this, and a lot of people are not using it this way. Here's the other two, and I'm going to show you how to do this instead of just reading it. If you have a lead gen, this is a perfect spot that you can go in here and say, hey, I am looking for, let's say you have a roofing lead gen. Hey, I'm looking for a reputable roofing company that is in Tampa, Florida. Do you know anybody? And what's going to happen is that people are very happy and freely to refer you the business. Once they send that to you, you can then connect with them and then you can start the conversation. And like Jeff mentioned, you do want to get them on a phone call or one-on-one is what I call them, right? The second piece is the alignable groups. The groups, they have groups just like Facebook. They're very niche down, all kinds of groups. And there's also an opportunity to start new groups. So you can request new groups because Alignable just started about, I think it's 2019, 2018. So they're fairly new. They're not as major, but they do have a lot of business owners. So any ideas make sense. So I went ahead and applied to become a leader, which is one of the things that you can become on Alignable, which gives you more exposure on Alignable. And from there, I can start my own group. So I am starting my own group there. Once I get approved, I'm waiting for them to kind of get back to me. And here's a bonus that you can do in Alignable is that Alignable has a big directory of every business owner. So once you sign up, you get added to the business directory. All the information is on there, their website, sometimes their phone number, and the name of the business owner. So if you're looking for a business owner's name and you have no idea how to get it, for free, you can go on the business online directory in Alignable, find the business owner's name, email them or call them, and now you have a better personal kind of conversation to generate them as a client. So I'm gonna go ahead and now show you these two ways on how to leverage Alignable groups, how to use your lead gen to kind of get a new client from it and get a referral client, and then how to overall just kind of overview on all the features, whatnot, on how to use it. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause this real quick. And everybody hears me fine? I just wanna make sure.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, perfect, perfect. So let me see, how do I stop this? Okay, I'm gonna pause this. I'm gonna go into, okay, perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and share. And then at the end, we can, have questions and whatnot. So I am logged into my account. You'll see here, it looks kind of overwhelming. There's a lot going on here. But the main pieces that's easy for you to kind of, what you would be using every single day, I recommend, is these pieces right here. This is where the magic happens when it comes to Alignable, okay? My network is my network. So if I go in here, I'm gonna click briefly. And
Hey, Jannery, quick question. Is this the same profile you started with? Because I know you just renamed your agency. Is that
yeah,
all those views came from the lifetime of this profile?
so I actually I'm using the same profile, but I changed the name of
Got it.
the agency.
So that's like I was gonna say, if that's that many views since you changed the name, wow, that's impressive. Impressive
Yes.
still.
Yeah, and you'll see that the reason I can even see that, or we can all see that, is because I do have the premium one. I am paying the $30 a month, and I am going to, I ran out of connections, so I'm gonna go in and get more connections because I have to wait till the 25th, and I don't want to wait for that.
Got it.
So my network here, you'll see that what Alignable does a good job is that it breaks down what kind of connections. So they do a good job in assisting you on how to connect with other business owners and build your network. So suggested connections, and this is all based on my profile. Okay, so suggested connections, this is what they're recommending. I can see all of these. I can look at the profile by hovering over really quickly. And you can see that this person is recommended 697, but they are, I think, on the admin of Alignable. Then you have referral partners. So Alignable is not just for clients for your marketing services, but you want to build a referral network. So these are the types of people that already talk to the same, your clients, your ideal clients, and that they can refer you to them and whatnot. So for example, realtors are really great, obviously, real estate agents. And this one, for example, has 10 mutual connections. Excellent person. She's in Tampa. Another piece is that Alignable will give you the closest person to you. So it's going to be all, I'm in Tampa. So everything you see first is going to be in Tampa. But this is a great connection. I can go in here. I can ask for, to connect with them and whatnot. When you're looking at these people, you want to make sure that they're active. And I'll show you briefly, obviously, if they're active or not. You can see if they're recommended, they're probably on here. You can take a look at their profile. So I'm just going to go ahead and just show you this so I can see. So you can see the profile. And in her profile, Alana was telling me, well, they're a good match because on my profile, it says that I want to be connected or referred to as a referral partner, real estate agents, right? And then it shows all the people I'm connected with. And this is exactly how your profile will look. You have the ideal customers, you fill that out right here. I can click here, phone number, easy, and I can call them, right? Facebook page. She has her address hidden, but we know she's in Tampa. You can see on the side here, all the mutual connections that she has that, let's not forget, I could connect with her to refer me business, but I can also now see who she's connected to that I can go connect with as well. So you can see how this starts to kind of snowball and how you can build your network. The idea would be to have ideal clients that you connect with and referral partners that you can connect with. And then you would fill this completely. I'm going to show you a good profile on how you should fill your profile to be optimized. But yeah, this is really cool. So it's easy for you. There's local businesses, peers, so other marketing agencies. New members is an excellent way to connect with people. The reason for that is that they're more prone to kind of be active. When you're looking at these, they're going to respond quicker. They just signed up. When you connect with anybody in here or vice versa, you're going to get a lot of emails. It's going to be through email. Side note, Alignable does have an app, so you can download it and you can message. They did not have an app before. So that's one piece. Now, if we go back to the second piece is my community. My community, again, is Tampa. So automatically you're going to get added to this. And it's just like Facebook. You see everybody's posting stuff. I will say that Alignable, depending on what group you are in as well, that I'll show you shortly, not everybody's really, really active, or you see the same person posting, as you can see, over and over and over. But the idea is that you want to come in here and engage. If you don't engage, it won't work well. So you want to like, comment, you want to post questions that are engaging. You do not want to post like Facebook. You're not gonna put, hey, this is me, I do marketing service. Do not do that. It does not work on Alignable. You want to make sure you're adding value. You're giving as much as you can, and then it's automatically going to come back to you. People are going to connect with you. You also want to show your expertise. So I'm going to go to the groups. I'm in one group that we all have a lot of knowledge in, and that is Google Business Profile and Ask and Learn. So this group right here has 4,872 members. I can go on the directory, by the way. Let me open this. And I can see every single person that's in that group. And that's for every group. Every group has this. So that's their own business directory. Let me close this here. Anyhow, last week or so, or 2 weeks ago, somebody asked about how do they change their Gmail account on Google Business because they wanted to change it or whatnot. So what did I do? I responded kindly. I gave them an answer. And I said, hey, if you want to learn more on how to do this, I can do a quick 2-minute video and I show you how to do it. It was a photographer. It wasn't in my niche, but that is also displayed to everybody on Alignable. So how powerful it is. Now I am in a position as, okay, this woman knows about Google Business Profile. Now everybody else sees that I answered. And guess what? every single day, as you can see here, my network, I get people connecting with me. And this is just one group. So you can come in here, you can connect with people. You know, this is a new member. If you like or comment, this is going to be powerful. They will most likely connect with you if it's a match, and they're going to respond to you. So it's very engaging, and you can talk to a lot of business owners on here. Aiden, you mentioned about getting, you know, warmed up and trying to get leads. I'm in here every day. You have to use this every single day, and you have to use it to build relationships. This takes time. You have to connect with people. You have to do one-on-ones, which is after you connect with them, ask them to do a Zoom call one-on-one, or you could do a phone call. And then that's how you start building your network. And what happens is after that, you'll start getting recommended and whatnot. But it is something that takes time. This is not a fast lead generation strategy. This is building relationships. So keep that in mind. So there's tons of groups. You can come in here, answer any questions or whatnot. You can find discover groups. So I can come in here and ask about what kind of groups. There's groups for everything, marketing. So you can join any of these groups.
Hey, Jannery,
Yes.
can you post videos in there, or is it just text?
No, you can't post videos, but you can add a link. So let me just go to my profile or my posts actually. So I'll go my post. So I'm able to, let's see here. I haven't posted anything, have I? I'm just trying to see here. This is me, my respond, but I'll go over my profile a little bit. Yeah, I think to my understanding, you can only show a link. Like you can't actually put a video and it embeds and they click play. So it's not like Facebook. And again, even with the video, you got to be careful on how you do it. Alignable does have a university. So if you go to learn.alignable.com, once you sign up, it teaches you everything and anything on how to use and how not to use Alignable. So aside from this, if this seems like it's overwhelming, there's a lot going on here, it is. But once you're in here every single day, you'll get it. You'll figure it out. They do live workshops as well. So they'll teach you, like I went on a call probably a week ago. So how to grow your marketing agency on Alignable. And I learned so much because one of the major and most important pieces is your profile. Make sure it's optimized and done correctly. Put keywords in there. And then second piece is being in the groups and just giving value. And giving value, and then building those relationships. Lastly,
Spencer, you have a question?
Oh.
Yeah. Hey, Jannery, sorry if you already covered this. I jumped on late here, but
okay.
Is that group, that GMB group that you're just showing, is that a local Tampa GMB group, or is that a nationwide, or is there local type of groups, or is it all kind of national groups?
There's both. So the group I showed you earlier is a Tampa group. There's like 3 or 4 Tampa groups. So you're going to get added automatically to your community group. And then each of these groups are nationwide, all over. Like the biggest group is probably, I'm going to show you real quick. And I just posted something and I got, and this is not normal, by the way. So when you see this little band, that they're asking me to become a host, but I filled out my application. Let me show you here. This group right here. So these are all my groups. You pick your neighborhoods. I'm trying to find it. These are all the groups I'm in. This group right here is pretty active. You'll notice that some of the groups are not that active. There's 217,000 people in this group throughout the nation, everywhere. I'm talking about everywhere. I posted this. If you had to describe business using only 3 keywords, what would they be? I got 74 comments. And I can now go in here. A strategy, what I would do is, hey, I can view each profile. If I feel they're a good connection, I can connect with them. And now I can have a conversation starter about my post, right? I got 310 views, as you can see. I just posted this yesterday, by the way. I think it was yesterday.
Can you start your own group, or is that what you were saying that you're trying to be approved for?
I'm trying to get approved. So you can't start a group. It's not like Facebook where you can go ahead and start a group. You have to get permission from them, and they have to control it, because I think at the beginning they had a lot of spamminess happening. So you have to get permission, and they are looking for hosts to do the events. And I'll show you shortly the events, but the groups you have to get permission. You can apply. So I can show you here. If you go to my groups, let me see here. I think I decide request to start a group. You click on this, and it's like an Airtable form, and you fill it out. Okay. I can stop here.
Are there any platform requirements, like how long you have to be on there or anything to do that, or you just fill it out?
I believe you have to have at least, you need to be highly recommended. So let me show you what I mean by that. So again, and you're seeing, I'm logged in, so you're seeing the inside, like my dashboard, but I have 47 recommendations. And from the 47 recommendation, they weren't all my clients, but you start building them because, for example,
Right.
I just got this yesterday. This is a photographer I helped. She posted in the group. I responded and helped her. I said, you know, hey, do you want the 2-minute video? She said yes. She connected with me. We did our one-on-one yesterday. And all I did was give her some value, some tips on her website. That's all I did. And I told her what my ideal clients are, who I'm looking to help. And then I asked her the same thing. How can I be of service? You have to be service driven. You cannot be take. This is how Alignable works. And then she recommended me. Then this person, he's an ideal client, which we have something set up soon that potentially going to be my client, like an actual client. I also got somebody else that I'm going to do. I have a sales call with him tomorrow from Alignable. And he's not in my niche, but he's looking for Facebook ads, you know. I'm going to white label that bad boy and he's, you know, and we're going to talk business. And what I did again, I said, hey, he said to me after my one-on-one with him, I need somebody to help me with my Facebook. I don't know what I'm doing. I said, hey, do you mind me if I take a look at it and give you some tips? I did a screencast or a video, sent it to him, and he said, wow, how much do you charge? That's it. I didn't say anything to him. I didn't talk about anything. So you have to use this correctly, and it's really, really powerful. Everybody has questions here. Like most business owners have no idea about marketing, and a lot of marketers here have no idea what they're doing too. So it's a really good playground of businesses that are raising their hand and that need help. The next piece I wanted to show you, which is powerful, that I recommend everybody doing. So once you create your account, you want to sign up to the events. Let me go back here. So the easy way is to go home because there's a lot going on. So right here's the learn, by the way, that I said. You can click here. You can learn how to use Alignable. There's tons of videos, tons of training on there. And then here's the business directory. You can see everything. But events, I can see my events, any events I registered, and find events. What are events? Events are pretty much the best way for you to get one-on-ones and connect. It's like speed dating for business owners. So for example, there's one at 4 p.m. And this one has 142 people registered. So I can take a look at this. And they have it every single Wednesday at the same time. You can read about it. You can see who has signed up for today's call. Everybody. Hey, if there's somebody that's your ideal client, maybe you might be able to have a one-on-one with them and get another one-on-one. And that's what I'm doing. So I get on these calls, and what they do is that they have their own application, the Smart Connect, that's linked to Zoom. And every 7 minutes, you have somebody new that you connect with. You learn about each other's businesses. And if it's ideal, it works. And then you can connect, and then you get more people in your network, and you can have your own separate one-on-one that's longer than 7 minutes. And that's what the whole call is. You're literally just doing one-on-ones with business owners. That's it. And it's in person via Zoom, and it's really, really powerful. Because here's the thing. People just look at your profile, which you want to have a nice profile. It's not the same as in person. Let's just say, and the closest we can do is the one-on-one. Again, Answer and Spencer, this is nationwide. I've spoken to people in California, in Arizona, all kinds of niches, referral partners, really, really powerful. You register for it, and they have tons of them. So if I go back, where am I
Hey,
at?
Jannery, we have a mystery man. JW has his hand up for a while.
Oh,
You want to go ahead and take that?
go ahead. What's up, JW?
No, I was actually referring back to your last statement that you had made to explain to them how I know the Alignable is actually looking for, I guess, people to host network events and things of that nature in their local as well, their local areas as well. So if you can explain to them how that works, briefly, so that way they understand that, hey, by joining this thing, you can actually become a leader in your local area, and actually start hosting your own events through Alignable as well. So.
Correct. So you can do that. Thank you for that. So yeah, so this is actually good timing, because right here you can see there's one tomorrow, 2 p.m. here in Tampa. So not every city has this. If they don't, you can start one. And I believe you can have more than one in one area because, you know, some cities are larger. So in order for you, to my understanding, to become an alliance, you do have to be recommended. And there's a few other criteria. I just learned about this, so I'm not 100% sure, but you can apply to become an ambassador. And you can start these one-on-ones, I mean, these groups in person. So it can be at a coffee shop. Some people do like breakfast and then just network, and every single week at a certain time they do it. And it's a great way to do in person. Now, aside from that, what you mentioned, Joe, is that if there's people that you connect with, I highly recommend you, if you can connect with them at a coffee shop in person, if they're in your town, it's going to be powerful. And you have no idea how easy it is to say, hey, I would love to learn more about your business and see how I can be valuable to you. Do you want to do, you know, a virtual coffee, which is how I call it, to do the one-on-ones, or hey, let's meet at the coffee shop. And we do that. And I've met a few people that way as well. And it's going to be a better, more trustworthy transition for them to become either a client or a referral client. But the alliance piece is powerful. I would love to start one. There's one here in Tampa. I'm not familiar 100% on how to do it, but there's tons of information on here on how to join this. But again, there's local groups too that you can join, aside from the one that you get entered in as soon as you sign up.
On those online events, Jannery, could you do like a ranking class or something like that? Or what's the top
Oh,
three
yeah.
things you could do to your website or something like that?
So you can do workshops and classes. So to do the one that is featured on Alignable, like these got to get approved. So you cannot, like, these come from actual groups and they are already approved to do workshop, to teach, anything like that. But here's the thing, Jeff, what's beautiful is that I can come here, and I have not done this and I've been talking about it, but I'm going to finally do it. There is a section here on your profile. Oops, my battery's dying. Let me make sure I connect that. We don't want that to happen. So let me see here, right here. So you can put promotions here, anything that you might have, and then network events. So you can do how to set up your GBP, how to grow your business with GBP. You can do any events however you want. So you click add, it's really easy. You can do it virtual, you can do it in person. This is new, I had never seen this, so obviously it's new. And then that way you can either attract people at a coffee shop or whatever you want to do, or you can do it virtual. And virtual, the beautiful thing is it doesn't have to be just your area. You can target tons of people in your network, because this will show up. So anything and everything you do on your profile does get presented to your network. So that's why it's important to build your network for your ideal clients and then your ideal referral partners and those who are interested. So you want to be strategic as well as you build your network, which I did not know at the beginning. So I have a lot of people in my network when I first started years ago that is not probably the people I would want to connect with, but you never know who knows who. So don't say no to anybody that does go and ask to join your network. Okay, so yeah, so you can definitely do workshops. Let me show you something. If you go here how you can prospect really quickly. You can go to Business Directory, or you can search in the search bar right here, by the way. And let's just say, give me a niche that you're in or you're looking for.
Landscape.
Landscape.
Keep it simple.
Okay, so this is what's cool. They break it down what you're looking for, but I'm going to say businesses. Okay, there's 10,000 people that have landscape somewhere on their profile or their main category, which is the one you see here. So this is obviously a contractor. And like I said, it's always going to go by your location first, but you can also, on the left here, you can put what town. So if you're looking for, you have a lead gen in Tampa, I'm just going to put that, and I'm looking for landscape companies in Tampa. Now I have 93, and I can come in here. It looks like somebody hasn't said yes to me. I don't know how long ago I put that as pending, but you can come in here and take a look. I like to look at businesses that are highly recommended. That means they're using the platform. They may be a little bit more active. And if they have mutual connections, it's going to be an easier connection. So I can come in here, I can take a look at them, see, is this my ideal person? So if I go to Jessica, which is not a landscape, but maybe they want referred to landscape. So you have to be specific. So I would put landscape contractor. Let's go here. Okay. And now this might be a little bit more specific. So it has its own, search engine. The more specific, the better, but you can start seeing what kind of people. This is an architect. This might not be a good one, but this one's a contractor. And then I can go in here, review the profile. Here's his phone number. Here's the owner. Here's a website. Here's the Facebook page. Here's the address. How easy it is. And this is what I meant on my slide, that if you're looking for somebody who's the name of the business owner, you can find them easily on here. Even if you're not using this to build your network, you can use this to just prospect and get people's name and information. I can go on the website, do an audit, and find something personable and then connect with them. Hey, I noticed that your company has been in business for 30 years. Congratulations. I would love to learn more about your business, and then send them a connection request. Okay. One more piece. So you can find anybody. There's anything and everybody on here. You can see how many businesses are on here. Great way to connect. You can filter on this. And they just added Marketplace. So Marketplace is pretty much a good way for business owners that are searching to buy a service or a product, I should say. So if you click on services here, I think the Marketplace comes up. This is kind of a new feature. I have not received anything from it, but again, my competitors probably have a lot more going on than I do. I just hopped on this last month, but let me see if I can. This is probably not going to work. The search engine is kind of funky. Let me go back here. Here you go, Marketplace. So if a business owner is looking for SEO or lead generation, whatever not, you got all these people. But this reminds me a little bit like Google Local Service, like if anybody's familiar with that, where whoever has the most review are probably going to be showed the most. I think so. It's like that, but this is really designed for marketers. As you can see, all the niches and all the services: web design, email marketing, SEO, social media. This person right here has an excellent profile. He's a marketing agency. And when you guys set up your profile, you want to make sure you optimize it completely. So he has a banner, the main keyword, because people are going to search for digital marketing agency. And then he has the second ones. This is a feature that's paid. You can put your ideal spotlight review. And then he has all this information in here that you want to fill out completely. Based on the Alignable team, they did say that make it short, because nobody's going to read all this. So I ideally would say make it short. And you can use chat. Alignable does have an AI as well that you can go ahead and use when you set up your account. You can use that, or you can use ChatGPT. But he has his promotions. You see that? I don't have that. He's doing network events all the time, so you can see the power of that. And then all his services is listed. You want to keep on working on that. And then the gallery piece. So I'm still revamping my account. But this is an ideal. He even has the business tools that he uses. And then when you respond to different like groups, answers, it shows up here. And then what you want to do is always show your expertise. So that way, when somebody looks at your profile and there's some kind of answers, they'll be like, oh, he knows what he's doing and whatnot. But there's just so much you can do on this. To be honest, this is like needs like a part 2, part 3. But in the Alignable, I'll show you here. You can go ahead and learn everything and how to use this. Everything's in here as soon as you set up. And they have videos, they have workshops, and you can do live ones when you start as well in the events area that I showed you earlier. That's all I have for you.
This is awesome.
Any questions, Spencer?
Hey, Jannery. So on those live, I guess the virtual workshops that you can do,
Mm-hmm.
do you have to get some sort of
Can you
proof?
stop sharing your screen, Jannery?
Oh, I thought I did. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Just, yeah, click there you go.
Do you have to get some sort of approval from Alignable to run those? Could somebody essentially set up like a monthly GMB training or something like that and just have it like basically constant, like any of our groups that we're in that have monthly calls or weekly calls?
You have to get approved for the ones that I showed you where it has all my events. Yes, you have to get approved for those. That's what I applied for. So becoming a leader, you can create your own group, and then within those groups, you can create these events.
Got it. Okay, so you have to create the events off of the group, not just as a person.
No, it comes off out of your profile. It's just the way Alignable set up is
Just
that
talking about, like,
because
steps.
yeah, it's just the way it's set up. But you can become a host, to my understanding, and just do a group, just do the event. I think you can do that. So that's that banner. If you saw on top of my profile, it said become a host. So I can become a host to do one of their like smart connects. Those that I said about the one-on-one, they call smart connects, where you're doing one-on-ones. So you can host one of their own smart connects, or I believe you can start your own, but no matter what, you need approval. So I'm just not clear if you always have to do, because I'm confused about the leader and the host part. I don't know if the host means just because they need help, they need more hosts. But here's the thing, even if you don't create your own workshop, when you become a host, you get more visibility. So if your profile is optimized, you have lead magnets, you have a nice banner, you're highly recommended, people automatically are going to see you and they're going to want to connect with you. So that's why it's really, really important to do that. But you can do the workshops, Spencer, on your profile, and you don't need to do it through their approval.
Oh,
Where you
nice.
start those events, you can do that. It's just the better reaches through them.
Also, the final question is, do you find certain niches are a little bit more difficult in there? Like, I mean, obviously we chose landscaping as an example that Jeff threw out there, but when you start getting down to kind of like those, like, let's call it like dumpster removal or porta potty rentals, I like, do you find like there's not a lot of people on there, or are
They're
there?
there. They're there. There's 8 million businesses. They're there.
I searched up, like, this platform started in 2014.
Oh,
I've never once ever heard about it.
I know.
I've heard about it a few times. Yeah, it looks awesome. I mean, think about the Trojan horse strategy that we use in Facebook. You
But
know, what would that look like on this platform?
Yeah.
And what other strategies can we use to come in? I see just the people on this call coming in here and putting some lines in the water and really doing well.
Yeah.
I think actually within the last, just within the last year or two, to be honest with you, is when it started getting a lot of traction. So that's when a lot more people have really started joining Alignable. I guess it just really came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So
I heard about
right
it,
now,
but it was a little cringy on the way that they had the invite set up. I think in the beginning it kind of turned people off. At least the way I remember being invited, it was kind of like somebody would send an email and be like, I want to be a referral partner. And I'm like, no, I don't even know who you are or whatever. I met you at some networking mixer one time. And it's like, no, I'm not doing that. I just didn't understand the setup. So I think that it was a marketing issue where just the way that they had the inbound funnel just wasn't, people just weren't interested in that kind of a setup. It wasn't intriguing enough, or it didn't make sense, but I can see this is a very, very powerful platform. Like some people in the chat saying it's kind of like LinkedIn and Facebook having a baby or something like that.
Yes.
And it kind of looks like that,
Yes, you just got to use it differently. Spencer, I would do the premium. I mean, when you do the premium, Spencer asked, if you guys didn't see it, should I do free or paid? The premium is only $30 a month, and you get more connections, and you also get the analytics that you saw. So I can see how many people have seen my profile, and I can also see where are they seeing my profile. And then if that keeps working, if it's from the groups, then I keep going to the groups. I know that's where it's working. So that's the main piece that works really well, is the features you get, and you get that badge that sets you apart as well. The free is still good. You can start for free. You can still build. You get, I think, 15 connection credits. So I think that would be the best way. One downside I would say is because like everybody's saying it's kind of new, is that not everybody's going to be active like Facebook. So when you connect with people, I highly recommend connecting with them on Facebook or LinkedIn, or send them an email or text or call them. So 2 touches would be ideally, but you can tell when people are active. So the people in the groups are pretty active. New members are going to be active. So you can kind of distinguish which one makes sense or not.
Jannery, great job in the presentation. So thank you. It's like,
You're welcome.
it's like the sleeping giant, because I think I'm on there. I'm a recommended with only 5 recommendations, and I was there a couple of years ago. So, so I appreciate you kind of shedding light on this again. I think it will be great for, you know, whoever is involved, for us to actually recommend each other as well, which would help. But it's like, if I look at this, it's like, and I know you're in BNI, or we're in BNI, it's like the same approach with BNI. You've got to take off your bib, put on your apron, and serve others. Serving others comes in many different forms, but workshops, provide value. Stop fucking selling your shit. People will come around. They get pissed off when you're just in there to take. You got to approach this, I believe, as a giver's gain philosophy, where you just give, and karma comes back to you. So great presentation. Thanks for shedding light. Sleeping giant for sure. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Another point actually that you mentioned, it is a sleeping giant. There is somebody, a marketing agency, that actually landed a $150,000 deal off of Alignable for the year. One client. Okay, so do not underestimate what you can, get from this. It's pretty powerful.
That's what I was gonna say, is like even $30 a month, they probably have a yearly deal as well. That's cheaper. It's like you pull, one client and it's already multiplied, Not that you'd want to spend all your time on this, but I think that there's a huge opportunity here to come in, position yourself as an expert in one niche or several niches, or just in marketing in general, and crush it that way.
It's about building relationships. And if you're providing value constantly and not asking, you position yourself very well in the marketplace, right? So even if it's once a day, you're hopping on there, you're dropping some vids, or you're connecting somehow, and you're providing value without pitching, that could be just try Alignable like that. Don't ever pitch. Just set up your profile, do your thing, and then provide an enormous amount of value to others. And they'll just look back and say, holy geez, if this guy gives us this for free, can you imagine what his paid stuff must be like?
Exactly. One piece that's really cool about Alignable that I did not show, because I know we don't have a lot of time, but there is, once you connect with somebody, what's really cool, let's just say I connected with you, Paul, and you have some people in my network that you want to be connected to. So they just added a feature that I go to your profile and it prompts me, hey, there's people in your network that Paul wants to be connected to. Easily, already pre-written message. And you can literally just says refer, send, and it just sends something beautiful like, hey, thought you guys would connect, blah, 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 and that's it. So that's another way you can add value. So go every single day, take a look at your network. Who can I refer to who? And then you do that every single day. Be in the groups, add value, build relationships, give, have a really good profile, get on the one-on-one smart connects, and you can be really successful, but you have to be on this every single day, and you have to be a servant.
Hey, Jannery, have you figured out if there's a way to track any keywords, like by either a third party one, like what's the
Groups tracker,
something like that, so that, because I think Austin's method for those that are in Rank Masters would really blow up something like this if you could just drop in informational value links to your blogs. Where you're educating people. I think that could crush it in here.
We met a company here who has like a groups tracker on Cracker or something. It's like a way more in-depth version of it, and they had never even heard of groups tracker, but we had lunch with them yesterday and they were saying, wow, this only has like 10% of our functionality, so we're going to check them out. And once we kind of vet through their platform, we'll bring that to you guys and, you know, demonstrate it and show you what it can do, because it really acts more like a, not that it's going to be a CRM that you're going to lean on, but it's for that specific purpose of going into Facebook groups in particular and running people into a prospecting funnel and pipeline. That's kind of what it's built for. So it's pretty cool from what we've seen. So we'll check that out. Yeah, if somebody could find an alignable tool that does a similar thing, or maybe you know, we could build one, you know, and see how that works out.
Yeah, absolutely. Any other questions? I don't know if anybody has questions. There's so many strategies you can come up with too. Just literally, I don't know if anybody's wheels start turning, but it's powerful. You just gotta.
Yeah. Anybody else have any ideas of how you're going to go out and just like take this, take the lead on this?
I have just one.
Go for it.
And I know this is kind of different, but how do I say this nicely? Do something with it. Do you know what I'm saying? We all have great intentions, but few of us take actually massive action. So like Jannery said, if it's just once a day, if you can just allocate on your schedule, I don't know what Jannery would suggest, half hour, 20 minutes, just to go do it 5 days a week. Can you imagine what might happen in 5, 6, 7, 8 months if you're constantly pushing value? So take action, imperfect action, as we all know.
Let me add to that. When you create your account and when you go into your account, every single day, Alignable gives you 3 little checklists to do. That's going to help you grow your network and build your business up. So I'll say, like, give advice for somebody. Hey, refer somebody. So I'll give you little tasks. So that way it can guide you as well. So it makes it easy for you. Aiden?
Yeah. So at the beginning, you talked about the GPP heat map. What was the third point? It was after choose ideal business from heat map competitors. You had the third point at the bottom, but I think you just went to the next slide. So if you could just, what was it? Yeah.
So the first thing you would do is run the heat map.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say we picked the landscape, right? Run the keyword. Once you run the heat map, you're going to see all the competitors, everybody in that's going for that keyword. You're going to take that business owner's name, and then you're going to pop it into Alignable and see if they're listed on there. Once they're listed on there, you connect with them.
Yeah.
You connect with them. If they're not listed on there, you can connect with them elsewise and then invite them. Hey, are you in Alignable? It can be a warm thing. Hey, there's a great way to refer business to you or something like that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But that's pretty much it. It's simple. And the last one was the bonus, is that if you're looking at a business owner, you don't know. If you're looking at a company, you don't know who is the business owner. You can just search the business on Alignable and find their name. And now you can contact them via the name.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Jannery, where do I find the workshops again, where you can actually put some content?
So on your profile, oh wait, are you talking about the groups, or you're talking about to sign up to the events, the workshops?
No. I'm thinking it's a place to kind of dump your knowledge, your skills, some of your services in
your
video
profile.
form.
On your profile.
Okay, gotcha.
You'll see it under promotions. So you schedule it out virtual or in person, and you can create the workshop.
Okay, under promotions. It says promotions or products and services.
I wonder if they changed it. If you have, let me see here, because do you have the?
I don't have premium as of yet, but I will. So maybe it changes when I select that. Okay, we don't have to take up time for that. I don't know if you froze or we can't hear you.
Paul, what would you say as far as like a comparison to BNI, as far as like the time and effort that it would take to do something like this, or what do you see might be the advantages of one over the other?
Yeah, well, BNI, our group is 30 people, and we spend an hour and a half a week in a meeting and 30 minutes on a one-to-one, so minimum 2 hours per week. If you could spend 30 minutes a day in this 5 days of the week, you can imagine what kind of relationships and connections you could build over time. But I really think it's about no pitching and just providing value. That just make this one platform that Every other platform you're going to pitch on and you're going to do your thing on, but this platform is a special. Try a different approach with this and see what happens. Right.
And are those BNI meetings, are those virtual still, Paul? I can't remember.
Yeah,
if we were
so
doing in
each
person.
group can call their own shots, but our group is 3 times virtual per month and 1 in person. That's what we voted on. Some are right back to in person for all meetings. Some are just all Zoom meetings. Just depends, which group selected and what they chose. But BNI, again, I don't know who's involved. Hands up, anybody else involved in BNI here? No. BNI, I've done 400K in the last 4 years, 100K a year from BNI. Lights out, it's a hell of a strategy. It's like anything, you got to invest time, energy, remove your bib, put on your apron, and it just comes back to you tenfold. But it requires effort. You got to put the time in.
You got this whole bib apron metaphor going for us, Paul, now. I've never
Well, we
heard
sit
that
at a
before.
table and we put our bib on to eat and to
Right,
feed
I get
ourselves,
it.
and yet we put
Yeah.
an apron on. Let's serve others. Let's bring
Yeah,
value
I
to
get it.
them, and people love that, right? So,
Yep.
okay, I'll shut up now. Thanks.
No, you're good. Thank you so much for weighing in there, Paul. We appreciate you and all of your experience. You've been around the block a few times, so your word is always welcome. Anybody else have any final questions for Jannery before we get off here? Resounding silence. All right. Well, you guys go out and have an amazing week and get some more wins. Jannery, thank you so much for coming on and joining us and sharing, all of the sort of wisdom and knowledge that you've gained from working in this platform and showing us what's possible. I really see that this could be time well spent and building, even if it's not every day. I mean, Paul and Jannery, they've been down that road and they're saying every day, but I could see even if it were just, 2 or 3 times a week, you probably still get some really good traction here. Just consistency, whatever that consistency is, and position yourself. Like Paul said, apron, not bibs, and, add value, and you're going to get some traction. All right. So go get some wins. We'll see you on the next one. Jannery said she generated 20K from this without even trying. Okay. All right. Well, let's go try and see what happens next. Let's see some 6
That's
figures
the
on the
plan.
board by next week. All right. All right, y'all. Have a great week. Take care.